All right, guys, the recording you're about to see was basically an interview I did, or a topic I talked about with Mr. Hargrave about the arena video we put out yesterday, because there was a lot of drama about that. There was a lot of, no, this was so-and-so's counter, no, this was so-and-so's counter. Lots of things were said. Lots of people got angry and pissy about it, so I wanted to get to the bottom of it. So I did this video with Mr. Hargrave. We broke it down. I talked very frankly about how I felt on things. And then I reached out to Duartic for some extra context, and he was very nice. We're on good speaking terms now, which is something I didn't think we'd say a few months ago. And he explained a lot of the context that was missing. So what you're about to see in this video, I think is still like 80% accurate. But there was also a lot of funny moments. I yelled at Hargrave. I think everyone wants to see that. And then Hargrave yelled back at me. Everyone wants to see that too. So there's going to be that. Here's what I'm going to say is like my final take on this whole thing. Because I know there was a lot of back and forth. Like, this is so-and-so. You need to run this back again. All that. Okay. Here's my final take on it. Duartic made a video talking about the implications of Big Time Spider-Man. He did it in the old meta when it was in between the Apocalypse Horseman meta and the Secret Defender meta. He didn't do a follow-up video, but he did do this team you see on streams. I don't know if this was immediately what he jumped to after that, or if he was going back and forth. His first video was made when Black Cat wasn't in the game. Hargrave then made a video where he did show it in the current meta, but he didn't have Robbie Reyes, so that piece is also missing. And he got that team idea from his Discord group, and I believe that. If you are the type of person that wants to make logical jumps, that because Duartic did some stuff on stream, someone from Hargrave's Discord group grabbed it, manipulated it, or was inspired by it, not the word manipulated because that gives a negative connotation, then you could have that thought. But I don't think you can then say Mr. Hargrave's a thief or whatever you unhinged people were saying in the comment sections below, all right? So here's what my final take is going to be. There's some great information that comes out from these content creators, and you should check them out. Both their links will be in the comment section below. That's going to blow some of your minds. Some of you hate one or hate the other. Some of you hate both. What I'm going to say is do what you want to do, and I'll continue to follow my morals. And if that's the end of me, so fucking be it! How's it going, everybody? We are doing something a little different today. We're going to be doing a, reaction or adding context to a video I put out yesterday, this How to Rule the Arena. I stated that video, I hate Arena. I don't theorycraft for it. I gave credit to 3 people that I thought made the counters. I was then brought to my attention that there was a little bit of a gray area there, and like dark gray area. So we're going to do a little bit of reaction to that. This is not to target anybody. At least I'm not here to target anybody. We'll see what my very fun my guest here, Mr. Hargrave, is going to say, and he's going to say what he wants to say, and that's what he's going to say. And I'm going to say what I want to say, and that's going to be what happens. So first of all, what up, Mr. Hargrave?
I'm going to say that I wasn't the one to bring it to your attention.
Yes, you were not.
Let's not paint me in a pathetic light where I'm like messaging you up and being like, you stole my team. That wasn't me.
No, someone else brought it up to me because I gave credit. It's going to be the context of this video. Because I gave credit to Duartic, somebody brought it to my attention, sent me your link, because that morning, people told me this was Duartic's counter. I watched Duartic's video. We're going to go through that video. In it, he does not use the current meta against the current meta. He doesn't talk about doing the right target priority. Now, that's not to say he's not doing it now. He very well could be, because he had the logic from where he was in the past meta would jump over to this meta if you make that logical jump. Could he have done that? Sure. Did he put a video out showing that? No. And that's where this, like, it's my team, it's your team. This is where, for me, the video timing and the video content is what I'm going with. So for me, and I hope this doesn't re-cause a feud, to me, this team, I'm attributing it to you. I'm going to pick apart something that you have there, but you've added context to that, and then we'll go from there.
And I'm going to attribute it to my arena shard, by the way. Okay. It is not solely my creation. It is me and my arena shard. We work on this together, and that's where this came up. I've refined it, but they're the ones who floated up Big Time Spider-Man. They're like, Big Time Spider-Man, disrupt Miss Marvel, and then we worked from there.
There you go. All right. So, like, the why, guys, is because there's so many comments about Mr. Hargrave's vid came out the 31st, Duarte's on the 23rd. We're going to go through the 23rd video. It wasn't Mr. Hargrave, needed another correction, this got embarrassing. No, it did not get embarrassing. These YouTube comments, which I'm hiding, sorry about that. This
embarrassing
is,
for you.
yeah, this is why I have to make this video. I am not trying to start shit. It's just the correction needs to be out there because I am a very, to a fault, moralistic person. This is why I tried to give the best credit and tag the people's channels and push traffic over there. So the fact that it's now being called in question, I need to address that, unfortunately.
This is the reason why I attribute nothing to anyone, because I don't watch anyone else's videos. I block people and I don't take in input because I never want to give anyone else credit except for Dorky Dad. I have given Dorky Dad credit. You, sir, I have given credit to time and time again, because you're the only guy that I'll like kind of jump in on and be like, I'm struggling a little bit. Let me see what Dorky Dad's doing.
Well, there you go. So this,
I've been doing that for what, like a few years now.
Yeah.
You know what you're talking about.
There you go. So this is where I gave credit to Duarte when I was showing. You can't see it, but behind there is the Secret Defender team with Spider-Man Big Time, and this is a very important part. We're facing off against the 4P Secret Defenders with Apocalypse. It's important to note the teams on both sides. We're going to quickly go through Duarte's video. We're not going to watch it in its completion. I have listened to it in passing. I was making coffee with my kids, so if I miss some very big revelation, let me know.
Poor children.
Come on, relax. I told you I'm not starting. I'm not trying to start trouble.
They had to listen to a Marvel Strike Force video. I mean,
okay.
there's no.
Okay. Oof. Yeah, true.
Horrible.
True. I made my son blitz. Anyway, okay.
Horrible.
He is using
a
Horseman team with Big Time and Apocalypse against a Horseman team, but this isn't the only fight he does. He is also going to go ahead, and I believe he has a partial Secret Defender team. Yeah, so here's a partial Secret Defender team. So I'm guessing this video came out before Black Cat. Obviously, Black Cat changes everything because Black Cat's speed is faster than Red Hulk, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it's the same, but Miss Marvel doing the turn meter rewind is going to crush everything. Furthermore, the targeting being done in this matchup is not what you would do in the current meta. In the current meta, you have to put the ability block on Miss Marvel. Otherwise, she's going to rewind you. Then Black Cat goes, puts a shit ton of bleeds out, stuns somebody with trauma. Then Robbie goes. Robbie does ability block, flips buffs, does so much bleeds. If he's like 5 yellow, 5 red, it could one-shot an Apocalypse if enough chains from Black Cat hit.
Yep.
So
or leave Apocalypse like bleeding enough that he's dead, but he doesn't know it.
Exactly. So he does it again, and I do believe he talks about Black Cat. So he's like future theory crafting. He talks about doing the Big Time ultimate on Apocalypse to stop the speed up, and Black Cat to lose her death proof so you can do turn meter rewind. Both of those they're cool, but there'd be a huge flaw in Miss Marvel turn meter rewinding your Red Hulk, and then your Black Cat just murdering everybody. Maybe I missed it. I don't think he ever said to do the disrupt on the Miss Marvel. And so to me, he's showing a different team being used, showing a different team being attacked. He's not talking about the proper priority. And so I do not attribute the Secret Defender, Spider-Man, Apocalypse team to him.
Yeah, it's a different thing. And yeah, maybe someone in my arena shard like watch this. It's possible. They said that they just came up with it. And so I'm just going to trust them on that. But the idea that Big Time Spider-Man goes first, that's an idea that I believe I actually got that from you. Because when we had the Envoy meeting about Big Time Spider-Man, and this was before anyone knew about it or his speed numbers, you were like, isn't this a problem that his speed is so high? And it is a problem, but it's a problem that you can exploit and win the arena with. So you don't have to build Photon now, basically. We always knew we weren't going to build Doctor Strange, and now you just don't build Photon for the arena. You can build her for war.
Right. I don't remember if that was me. I know I said that about Tigra, because I didn't want them to give the speed up.
No, it was 100% you, dude. I have a memory like a steel trap, and it was you.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
It was you.
Then
it was a smart comment.
There you go.
They blew you off, by the way.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my shield check, 100%. Then here comes your video. Okay, your video. Let's just look at the date. This was 1 month ago. This was also 1 month ago. I guess it was 7 days. I don't know how to see the exact date it came out. his came out a few days before you, but it doesn't show Black Cat. I don't know if Black Cat's event happened during this time or what.
Let's go ahead and show you this new
But
meta that's going
it's
on.
Things
right
that
now.
my arena shard very,
And
very
I didn't
fast.
see this coming, guys.
Like we
This is
have
a
to
new one
adapt
to me.
very, very fast. This is one of the
And
reasons
maybe
why
I'll
I play
help
the way
figure
I
this
play,
out
like
from,
so aggressively and so hardcore, is because my arena shard, it's a beta shard. And I'm in there with a lot of Krakens and whales, and it's just nuts. And we have to ramp up really, really fast and theory craft very quickly.
Right.
Or, you know, end up down in the, 50s or whatever. I mean, that's a choice too, but I like to stay up in the top 10.
Right. All right, so this is now your video. Basically the same time, new arena meta, coming fast, don't get left behind.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go through
Literally.
this. So you go through the big time, you talk about his kit, you talk about how he doesn't need to be built very high. I'm sure...
No, that's another thing I wanted to show is you don't need a big time. Like you just, this is it. This works. This is the bare minimum you need, and it's small.
Yeah, he's not there for damage. He's there just for the ultimate.
This is where they should have listened to you. This is where his speed, like there are some problems with big time for them, not us.
Yeah. He's just okay though. Like when Skrull comes, big time's not staying on the team either.
I guess so. I don't know. It depends on how I'll take your word for it on that.
People have tried it. People have been trying it. It doesn't work with Skrull.
Well, I know that right now I have Skrull and my team doesn't work against Skrull. The only thing that beats Skrull is Skrull.
Yeah, exact.
So that's a problem.
So this is current meta against current meta. We're gonna fast forward a little bit. You have Kang here now. I was gonna rip you on this one, but you told me the context here is that Robbie wasn't actually in the game yet, or he was and you didn't buy him.
Yeah. No, I don't think he was in the game at all because once you start fighting Robbie, this stops working. Right. Robbie is awesome.
Oh well, Robbie's there, so I guess you just didn't have him built or unlocked yet.
Oh yeah, it must have been very early on. Wow, just as soon as it happened. I guess it'll still work on. It'll work on small Robbie. Once Robbie gets big, you're screwed.
Yeah. So that's the most important thing right there is to put the disrupt so that you can then do your thing.
Yep, that unlocks all the possibilities. Yep. And then what I did here is I actually ultimated with Miss Marvel Hardlight, but you don't do that anymore. The new thing you have to do is you have to put Raider on Big Time Spider-Man so that maybe he'll drop a vulnerable on Apocalypse, and this makes it more stable because you want to turn your Miss Marvel Hardlight into a skirmisher so that you make sure you get that speed up and that immunity off of Apocalypse. If he gets it, because it's a percentage chance that he gets it, and if you don't remove his immunity and speed up, you're going to lose this.
Okay, somebody told me that too, and I 100% disagree. First, let me just critique let me critique your positioning here for a second. Black Cat.
This is my old positioning.
Yes. Okay.
Position.
So he doesn't do this position right now, but just so you guys are watching, because might be the most recent thing you're watching. Let me talk about the positioning a little bit.
Oh, you know what? My position's actually not different. It's just I swapped Kang for Robbie. You're actually, if you want to.
Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, so that would be fine. What I would say is that Black Cat in a corner with a secret defender adjacent to her is what you need to do so that the enemy hard light doesn't rewind anybody. So then your positioning, future you is good. And then
I end up ability blocking hard light with Robbie, and then she doesn't rewind anybody either that way.
Well, hard light goes right after your big time because there's more secret defenders. So the enemy hard light goes right away. After
I guess she does sneak a turn in there, but I just don't care about it.
Yeah. Because the way you have it positioned, you're not being rewound because of where your Black Cat is.
There you go. I'm smarter than I thought.
Yeah, I don't agree with the hard light special.
Oh, you got to.
No. So you do the rewind with Kamala onto the Apocalypse. That's 30%. Even if he gets the speed up, there is a 0% chance he goes before your Apocalypse. If your Robbie's so big that if he clips the enemy Apocalypse, it's going to push him to yellow, you just don't hit the enemy Apocalypse. You throw it away.
Deal. I don't know, man. I've done so many iterations of this, and I've tried so many things, and I'm positive I've tried that. I like to stun Apocalypse with Black Cat. And that's what prevents him from getting a turn for me.
Okay, so that's another option. I'll tell you, we're going to do one live because I'm not rank 1 right now, so we can do one live. We'll do it after we break this down. So I just want to show that.
I swear, I'm at 100% win rate now. Maybe, literally, there might be like a 10% lose rate, but I haven't hit into it. Mm-hmm. And it's all about because there's a circumstance where you don't drop vulnerables on Apocalypse and he gets those buffs and you can't remove them all, and that's kind of a loss. You can play through it. I have played through, and I probably play through it the way you do, where we just kind of deal with it. but it's just so much better if you just drop a stun on Apocalypse and then you drop an ability block on Miss Marvel. They're just shut down entirely.
Yeah.
And this is after, hundreds of tries with it and getting it to the point, because I need it to be 100%.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with coin flips and all that kind of crap. I don't do coin flips.
Yeah. So you get through it with Kang over Robbie. It's uglier, but like you said, now that you have Robbie, it's a sure thing. Okay.
And it's power difference as well. When the team's smaller, Kang works better. As soon as the team gets big, then Kang just doesn't work.
Okay.
Which is sad, because now I have a 7-red Kang. I don't know what I'm doing with it. 7-red Kang do now? I don't know. I guess Cosmic Crucible.
Yeah, he wrecks in Cosmic Crucible. All right, so
that's it.
what am I writing? Is Pong D. Brian here?
Big deal.
Oh, damn it. Okay, well, the highest guy is 1876. So, you know what? Actually, just from watching your video, I am going to change this up. So I don't want my Robbie to get hit. I'm going to put Hard Light and then Black Cat.
Robbie can die. It's not horrible if Robbie dies, but man, I like having Robbie live.
Yeah. Well, I'm just
Big Time Spider-Man will never take a second turn, which is hilarious. All he does is drop that disrupt on Hard Light and then nothing.
Even if he does, what
does Big Time do? Why aren't you putting Big Time behind Hard Light?
Because then he would get rewound, so he could get a second special off, put more.
No, dude, I wouldn't even worry about that in any realm of the world.
Well, it's for the vulnerables. So, like, he doesn't do anything but vulnerables. Hard Light is going to take no damage.
If he gets a second turn, you've misplayed it, sir.
Oh, he always gets a second turn. Watch this.
No,
so we put the disrupt on him, right? And I'll show you how I play this. So he's got the speed up. Oh no. Okay. So Mar Hard Light goes. I'm going to rewind over here.
Okay. I mean, the fact is the team's great.
Well, the team's amazing.
So that's all you really need.
That's all you really need to know, and you need to know just the opening ability is get the
disrupt Hard Light. You got disrupt Hard.
Actually, you know what? I hate this now.
They don't get this much offense. I feel like they're getting more offense.
No, you know what?
I don't know.
My original positioning was better. I remember why now. Because I just got a blind on my Robbie. That's not supposed to happen. So I got to blow cores. Let's go right back to what we were doing before.
You know what works for me every time?
What's that?
Exactly what I do.
I can't. Exactly what I do works too, and then I switched it after watching your video, Heartgrave, and now I'm not doing it anymore because it just had a blind on my Robbie, and that's bad. Okay.
Yeah, and my Robbie never gets blinded. I don't know what you're doing.
Well, if your Robbie's beside your Hard Light, then he should be. Or
no,
beside your Black Cat, then he should.
My Big Time is behind my Hard Light because Big Time doesn't matter.
Okay, that's where you get him killed. See, this is where we differ.
Who cares? Who cares what Big Time does? I mean, the Big Time in the video was like, tier 12, dude. Who cares?
Fair enough.
I don't.
Yeah, you're Big Time. Who cares? I just want the extra.
The world is scary.
Yeah, well,
the world is full of krakens and whales and terror. All right, who are you ability blocking?
I'm not ability blocking anybody. I'm just gonna hit Apocalypse right here.
What? You just wasted an ability block. I'm like, I just throw this ability block down the toilet and let Robbie get stunned. Okay, cool.
But I don't care. So I can stun Robbie here.
Bro.
I can stun Robbie. That'll kill the Apocalypse, or I can kill the Apocalypse for safety. I can stun the Apocalypse to kill him. There's a lot I could do here.
Dude, you have failed. I'm sorry. Even if this works,
I do 400k punch-ups, Mr. Heartgrave. I'm not an arena collusion guy. I destroy everybody I come across. What are you talking about? I failed. You're so off base, and you're so off base.
You don't like the arena.
You're so off base, and you just made me misplay from rage.
Out here giving arena advice. This is like if I made war videos, and I do, and people hate me for it. I don't like war. How do you say you don't like the arena, and then you show this like, what is this? Why are you losing?
First of all, I'm losing because I did the Apocalypse Ultimate, which I strictly tell people not to do if Hard Light has it. We're doing it again. You stop talking while I do this matchup, and you're going to see how it's supposed to be played with the right ISO and the right positioning. And that's what we're going to do now, all right? This is what's about to happen.
I'll watch you fail for the third time if you'd like.
Here we go. Wasting cores for no reason.
Is this like a weird sexual thing you have?
No, this is a weird why I don't have guests on the show, because their idiocy rubs off on me. Here we go. We put the disrupt.
You see, it's fun having Heartgrave on because your comments don't offend me.
We go ahead. We do the rewind.
I don't have feelings. I don't have feelings to offend, so I'm fine. You go ahead and you be as rough as you want, baby. You see, I got to talk because if I don't, your video is going to be boring.
My video is going to be fine. My video is going to be absolutely fine.
Like, what is that about?
Here we go. To be
here,
safe,
people
we'll throw
watch
this away from Apocalypse. We'll throw it away from Apocalypse so he doesn't go into yellow. That's the concern if you have a big Robbie. We'll go ahead, we'll stun the Apocalypse. We're going to wait for our Robbie Reyes to go ahead and put out this Disrupt. Now the Disrupt is there. Now I can ult with Apocalypse. We're going to go ahead. We're going to kill the Photon here. And then we're going to go ahead. We're going to kill the Robbie Reyes here. Now it's going to be my Robbie's turn. And now I'm going to put this on everybody. And now I'm going to win instantly like I always do without a fucking chirping in my ear the whole goddamn time. All right?
I love you too, Dorky. We should do this every Tuesday.
Yeah, we're actually good friends.
Yeah, we should do this all the time.
All right, now we'll go ahead. We'll spread this. I'll throw it on auto when we're done. Now, I've done this up to 400k punch outs, which is why I showed the matchup the way I showed it before on the video, okay? The point is...
Yeah, this seems good.
The point is... Listen, maybe Duartic was using this team a long time ago. Maybe he has a different play than I do, like Mr. Hargrave does. He did not have a video out showing this exact team against this exact team. Mr. Hargrave did. He does deserve the credit. If you're a credit person, he deserves the credit for showing it in a video first. But his arena collusion assholes deserve the credit for crafting it. Now we're actually gonna have a little conversation about arena collusion. So I'm glad that you got me all spicy. So let's have this conversation. Arena collusions, good or bad?
It is what it is. If you don't have friends, I feel sorry for you. If you're in my arena shard, want in, you can message me or anyone in my arena shard and you're welcome. We're not exclusionary. The problem I have with it is when people are exclusionary, when they target people and they don't let them in and they don't have an open door policy. I think that is messed up. The number one thing you need to know about arena collusion is that it takes more effort than not. It takes us a ton of time. We are very try hard with it. We get the newest arena meta. No one's being protected. Some people have said like, oh, Mr. Hargrave, your arena protects you. No, if I don't keep up, I'm out. That's all there is to it. So it's not like an easy free win card. None of that kind of garbage.
Okay. Here's my pushback.
It can be abused. It can be bad.
And it is. Maybe you have a benevolent arena shard where you guys are sharing to circumvent the Scopely nonsense.
Yeah,
there are so many malicious arena shards. I was recently in one.
No. Yeah, I hear you. No, and I think that is not good. I think people doing that, I don't know what to do. I don't know how. They got to shut it down entirely is what they have to do.
Well, Arena needs to be revamped. For them to make Arena a mode that people actually care about, they need to, and people ripped me up in the comment sections in my last video for saying this. You take away the 500 cores for rank 1, and what you do is you give people a ranked award based on their highest position for that 24-hour period. Multiple people can hit the maximum. Maybe you drop it down to 300 cores tops, whatever the case may be. Sure, more collusion, but like you said, it's more work for you at that point. And then more people are getting shards. Nobody's getting left out. And that would be okay.
We do so much work. I also want to throw this in. So there's a spreadsheet where performance is tracked. And cores are even. Like no one is getting more than anyone else. Like it is a very, very even. I know other shards are not working this way. It's crazy amount of work that we do to make sure
let me give you my experience. I had an arena shard where the payout was at midnight. You know what I'm doing as a father to new babies at midnight? I'm getting an hour and a half or 2 hours sleep before I need to wake up because that baby is screaming and needs a diaper change.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah, so I'm not there. I'm like, hey, I'm not going to be on 15 minutes before payout so that we could lock twice, so that we could waste cores to lock twice to make sure no one could get in. It's not a realistic thing for most players, which is why the arena system's garbage. They just need to change it. All right, we're you know what?
You know what they need to finally do is what they did in Star Wars, Galaxy of Heroes. Take the cores out of arena, put them in Cosmic Crucible. And put some other reason to play, or just make it not matter as much. Just it's broken. Forget it.
I'd be fine with that. And here's the thing: when they sell an arena team, they're really just selling a mega team. So just say you're selling the next mega team.
Yeah.
Hey, we're selling the next Secret Defenders that's going to destroy in war. It's going to destroy in Crucible. It's going to destroy in Tower. If you get to use pieces in Scourge, it's going to destroy there. Just you don't need arena mode to sell a mega team. Just sell the mega team.
So now if they do move the cores over to the Cosmic Crucible, will you just play all of my Cosmic Crucible rounds for me like you do for your good friends there, Dorky?
And we're going to end the video on that one, guys. Thank you for enjoying this video, and have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye.
That's it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot, bitches.